All right, let's jump right in. Today we're going to break down this incredible framework for building character, and it comes from a really specific passage in the Quran. What's so amazing about it is how it feels like it could have been written for us right now. So let's get into it.
Think about it. When life really throws a curveball at you, a real test, like a sudden loss, or a deep-seated fear, or just that feeling of being completely adrift, what's your foundation? What's that thing you grab onto to keep from being swept away?
Well, this passage we're exploring today isn't just some ancient text, it's actually a practical guide. It lays out a three-pillared framework for developing that deep inner strength, for building that very anchor we were just talking about.
Okay, so let's start with pillar number 1, unshakable resilience. This is all about how you respond when life, does what it does and throws those inevitable tests your way.
So the guidance kicks off with this really direct instruction: seek help through patience and prayer. Now, what's so fascinating here is that this exact same advice was given earlier in the very same chapter, and now it's being given again to the new Muslim community. It's like underlining a key point, showing that this principle is absolutely timeless.
And that word for patience in Arabic is sabr. But here's the thing, it's so much more than just passively waiting. The Quranic idea of sabr is super dynamic. It's not about just sitting there waiting for a storm to pass. No, it's about actively building a shelter while the storm is raging. It's a kind of active endurance, a real steadfastness that's all about faith.
And the text gets really specific. It doesn't leave it vague. It lists out the kinds of tests we're going to face: fear, hunger, loss of money, loss of people we love, even loss of the things we work for. The idea here is that life isn't just random chaos. It's more like a training ground, a place where our character gets forged.
So what does that look like in practice? What's the mindset here? Well, this next verse spells it out. It's a declaration called the istirja, and honestly, it's a total game changer. It's this conscious decision to just let go of the idea that we own anything. It's a powerful reminder that everything, our stuff, our family, our very lives, it all belongs to God. And in the end, that's where we're all headed back.
You see how that just completely reframes the whole idea of loss? Even death, especially in this context, isn't seen as the final stop. It's talked about as a higher state of being, a kind of honor that's just beyond our normal perception.
Okay, so that's the internal part, that resilience deep inside. But how does that show up on the outside, in our actions? Well, that brings us right to pillar number 2, principled loyalty. And this is where it gets really interesting. Right after talking all about patience and loss, the very next thing mentioned are these two hills, Safa and Marwa, which are part of the pilgrimage. Now, that's not random. The placement there is totally intentional, and it makes a really powerful point. These places are called Sha'ar Allah, basically the symbols of God. Think of them as public displays of faith, connecting back to history. Specifically, the ritual walk between them, it commemorates Hagar's frantic search for water for her son Ishmael. It's such a beautiful connection, right? Her inner patience, her sabr in that moment, is now honored with an outer act of loyalty to that very story.
But loyalty isn't just about rituals and symbols. It goes deeper. It's also about loyalty to the truth itself. The Quran makes it crystal clear. If you're a person of faith, you have a massive responsibility to be straight up, to be transparent with the knowledge you have.
And the warning against failing to do that? It's intense. To knowingly hide guidance just to get ahead in life is framed as a massive betrayal. The text talks about a curse, which is basically being cut off from God's mercy, forever. That's how serious this is taken.
So, is there a way back from something like that? The answer is yes, but it's a specific path. It's not enough to just say, oops, my bad, and stop. Real repentance, according to the text, means you have to go back and actively fix the mess you made. You have to clarify the truth and correct the falsehoods you spread. The principle is pretty simple, actually. The remedy has to match the harm.
All right, that brings us to the third and final pillar. And this is the big one. It's the anchor that holds the other two firmly in place. It's unwavering oneness.
So after laying out the groundwork of resilience and loyalty, the passage hits us with this core declaration. This verse right here. It's the heart of the whole thing. It's the ultimate truth that makes every struggle, every act of loyalty make sense.
This idea is called Tawheed, the absolute oneness of God, and it's the ultimate why. It's the answer to all the questions. Why should you be patient when you lose something precious? Why walk between two hills to honor a story from thousands of years ago? Why tell the truth when it might cost you? It all comes back to this. Every one of those acts is a way of testifying to the reality of the one Creator.
So when you take these 3 pillars and put them all together, you start to see this really clear portrait emerge. A portrait of what faith-driven character actually looks like.
So let's just run through it one more time. First up, you've got resilience. That's your inner game, facing life's tests with active patience and prayer. Second, you have loyalty. That's your outer game, honoring divine symbols and being a straight shooter with the truth. And holding it all together is the core, oneness, the bedrock belief that gives everything meaning. See how they all lock together? It's a complete foundation, spiritually and ethically.
And what's so powerful about this whole framework is the way it flips the script on hardship. It's not saying character is built when life is easy, just the opposite. It's saying character is built through the hard stuff, not in spite of it. It's in those exact moments of fear, of loss, of not knowing what's next, that we get the real opportunity to build who we are. So, I'll leave you with this question. In this crazy, fast-paced world we live in, with a million distractions pulling at us, what are the principles that make up your unshakable core? When things get tough, what's that foundation you know you can always stand on?